going to take Atlanta, Skip. I believe the Hawks will play a much better ball game. I believe the game will be a lot like game one. I'm not saying they're going to race out to a 20-something point lead, but I believe just being back home and Ice Trae will definitely play better in game three than he played in game two. I think everybody will play better in game two than game three than they played in game two. Look, Joel Embiid is going to get him, Skip. Get his. Clint Capella just doesn't have enough bricks in his back pocket to anchor down and be able to keep Joel Embiid. But you just can't let Seth Curry, you can't let Tobias Harris also tag along and go 24, get 24, 23 points along with Joel Embiid's 40. You can't do that. And so with that being said, being back in Atlanta, Skip, you know what happened in Hot Atlanta? You know how we do it down there. Get back there, get a couple of them wings. Lou gonna take the guys, get some of them wings. Who knows? We might see some Sixers at the city. You know, home of the world's best wings, them lemon peppers. I'm going to say it's going to be a close ball game, but I believe down the stretch the Hawks would do enough to pull away, and they'll show you why. I said this before, Skip. This is going to be a long series. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a short series. I never thought it was going to be a short series. Even before the Hawks stole game one, I've always felt it was going to be a 6 or 7 game series, but I'm going to take the Hawks in a close ball game in game three.
Okay. So the Sixers are short favorites. They're a point and a half favored on the road at Atlanta. That's interesting to me. And by the way, in game two back in Philly, Trae Young was cold. Okay. He got very cold.
That's when you go back that hot.
It gets cold in Philly. Even I guess in June it gets cold in Philly. At least for Trae Young.
Okay, so you poking fun, huh?
My strength.
You making fun? Okay. Okay.
He was 1 of 7 from 3, 6 of 16 from the floor. Is that guy? Is that Ice Trae that you're talking about?
He that guy.
Really?
You're going to see.
Ben Simmons says, I got him. He's going to melt in front of me because I am 6 feet 10, 6 feet 10, and he's about 5'11".
Yep.
So I'm going to smother him. I'm going to suffocate him with my length and my strength and my stamina and my resolve because he will lock down on defense.
We're going to put him in the pick and roll.
Okay. All right.
Go to work on the other guy.
Which brings me to the other guy on this team, who is the guy on this team. Listen, I'll say it one more time. Joel Embiid, to me, I'll take any night or any day over your man, Joker. I'll just take it. I know he deserved the MVP because he played all 72 games.
That ain't the only reason he deserved it. Stop saying that.
It was just a longevity award.
So what about with Jamal Murray? What about Jamal Murray and Will Barton going down and he keeping him in the third slot?
He did, but he's going to have it. We'll talk about this a little later. But speaking of third, they're about to play their third game in this series, and he better rise and shine. He better be MVP this time because he's at home against a team that has got him on the run. 35, 14, and 8. Really? Well, speaking of big numbers, in game 2 at Philly, Joel Embiid went for 40 and 13. He shot 16 free throws, and I don't doubt that tonight he'll shoot 20.
Right.
He just marches to the free throw line because he's just impossible to stop. All you can do is just hang all over him, drape yourself on him, and send him to the free throw line where he shoots almost 90%. I believe in Joel Embiid. I do not believe that Clint Capella has a prayer of even slowing him down, and his numbers are going to be right in the ballpark of that. They'll be 40-something and 15-ish on the rebounds and maybe 20 free throws. And it's so hard to overcome that he doesn't need that much help. He got some rare help because Doc pushed the right button the other night. Shake and bake. Baby, here he came. And he scores 14 just like that. Late third, early fourth. So how likely is that to happen again? Because even with Joel Embiid doing what he did, even with Seth Curry doing what he did, Tobias Harris, it took Shake to come off the bench and go and hit those 14 points in a span of 6 minutes. Boy, it looked like he was the one who deserved to go to Magic City, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
he looked like he's a little sweeter than Lou is at an advanced stage.
So you actually think Ice Trae gonna play that bad again, huh?
He might be a little bit better, but I think he's going to struggle because I think they've drawn a bead on him. They figured out just make sure. And again, Ben's going to have some help because they blitz him. They send somebody. They just say no, you can't do that.
But Gallinari is starting to heat up. I like Werther, Bogdanovich. Bojan, not Bogdan. Bojan.
You like time. Those Bogdanoviches,
Yeah. Now, John Collins is going to give us more than 8 points. John Collins is 18.8 rebound guy. I expect that from him. Clint Capella going to man the boards. Look, he's not going to go 20 and 20 like Joel Embiid, but
You lost DeAndre Hunter. And I
Yeah,
love
that hurt. That hurt. Yeah, that's another guy that can make.
Young
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
That hurt because he got hurt. So to me, Seth Curry will stay hot. Danny Green he's just due a Danny Green game, a good Danny, not a bad Danny.
No. He'll do a couple more of those.
1 of 5 from 3. He'll make 4 threes.
You believe that?
Yep, I do. Because when you least expect it, he'll just drop them right on your
Atlanta gonna be rocking too.
Yeah, Atlanta will be rocking.
You thought Philly was rocking. State Farm gonna be crunk.
And guess what? Joel will just light up.
2 Chainz, the Migos, JD gonna be there. All full of back.
I agree. And they're going to be in awe of Joel
Luda,
Embiid.
2 out. We gonna turn up, ATL. Yes, yes.
I got this.
Welcome to Atlanta.
I got Philly winning a close game, driven, powered by Joel Embiid.
Okay. And you gonna come in here Monday, you're gonna be disappointed. You'll be disappointed.
It's going to be 2-1, and this thing will be over in 5. The Sixers are just
Put some
too
do
good
it, don't
for
be
them.
over in 5.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I didn't think so.
No.
I didn't think you had no courage in your conviction.
It'll be over at least in 6. I won't go 5. It'll be 6.
Since I won me 5 cases, gonna win some more of this,
You're the all-time front-running gloater, and I'm going to give you your one day because it's been too long.
But Skip, I won
Thanks to
sweepstakes.
Tom Brady, you had the longest, hardest football season anybody's ever had.
But I'm gonna get it back this year.
Yeah.
But I'm not done with basketball season. We're not gonna get to football just yet. We're not done with basketball because I'm gonna get about 20 of those cases, those 40 that I got. I'm gonna get about 20 of them back.
Well, how are you going to get 20 cases back when LeBron's drinking cases of wine somewhere in St. Kitts or something?
Cause Utah gonna get it back for me. Utah.
Really? Oh, so now you found a new team.
Utah.
Bandwagon.
And
ride.
Atlanta gonna get it back for me.
Okay. So you got Utah and Atlanta in the finals?
No. I said I got Utah and Atlanta against your.
Combined for 68 points, good for 79% of their team's points, which is a playoff record from a duo. Now, Kevin Durant finished with 30 and had a long look at a potential game-tying three-pointer, but couldn't connect. So, Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressed were you by the Bucks' win?
3. That wasn't impressive. Skip, what's the likelihood of KD and Kyrie going 20 or 50 from the floor? What's the likelihood of them going 5 or 16 from the three-point line? Not very likely. So there's nothing to be impressed about. Skip, this game, I thought I was like, well, damn, who put me in a time machine and sent me back to the 90s? Skip, this is where the Knicks and the Pacers used to play. This is a 76, 83 type ball game.
Yep.
And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking in the first quarter, I'm like, okay, Milwaukee, you doing what you need to do. On a miss, get out and run before they can set up. Because once they set up, Giannis is in trouble. Okay, well, I'm like, okay, look at Giannis. And then all of a sudden, they stopped running, they couldn't run, and Giannis couldn't make a shot. Skip, look, I do not believe that the Nets will play this bad throughout the rest of the playoffs. Skip, they were great on offense this year. And you mean to tell me they're going to shoot 36% from the floor and 25% from the 3? And they still had a chance to win the game? These two teams combined for 238 points in the regular season. They got 169 last night between the two of them. That's 69 points less than what they normally get. That's the biggest dip since 1972 and the second largest dip in NBA history. So this was really an ugly game. It got to be real ugly real fast. I did not see this game coming, Skip, especially the way the game started out. But give the Nets credit because just like what we saw with Dallas, race out to that big lead on the Clippers, and what happened? Clippers reel them in. Yep. The exact same thing happened. KD and them, Bruce Brown was playing unbelievable, helped reel them in. But Skip, I'm not impressed with this. Giannis, man, if he could just shoot from 10 feet, forget the 3, Skip. I don't even know why you shooting 3s.
Well, he was 1 for 8.
Yeah, exactly. Stop shooting the 3.
And the one he made, I was like, how'd that go in?
Skip, have it ever dawned on somebody, if they leave you